Hey guys, it's Michelle here. It is a rainy, dark, dreary day outside, and I thought it would be nice to warm up with some homemade butternut squash soup. So let's get right into it. Here's my butternut squash. As you can tell, I didn't do a very good job cutting it in half, but it's done. I took out the seeds. We have an onion here, about 6 cloves of garlic, and 3 carrots. Leave your garlic just the way it is. All you gotta do is peel it. So now we're gonna go over to our roasting pan. I have some olive oil in here, a nice big pinch of salt, and some pepper. So we're gonna put all of this in our roasting pan and we'll go from there. Okay, so everything is in our roasting pan. All the veggies and the seasonings are at the bottom. The butternut squash is on top. Let's sprinkle that with some salt, and we're going to put this in the oven on the middle rack for about an hour at 400 until everything is nice and tender. So we'll see you in an hour. I should probably clean my oven for these videos, but there she is, cooking away. So all of our lovely ingredients here are cooked, our veggies are nice and caramelized, and our butternut squash is nice and tender. So we're going to scoop it out and just put it right in our roasting pan and throw away the skins. So we have our veggies in our big soup pot. We're going to add some maple syrup. So as you can tell, I'm not measuring anything. This is all just kind of by taste. You know, if you like it sweeter or saltier, that's how I do it. That's how I do it with this recipe at least. Now we're gonna add some chicken broth. I like my soup pretty thick for this recipe, so I'm not gonna add too much. Just enough. Probably 3/4 of the carton here, and it is 900 mils. If you don't want to use chicken broth, you can use water or vegetable broth. It all works great. Okay, so now comes the fun part. We're going to add our butternut squash that we took out of the skin. Usually I would do this with 2 hands, but that's okay. And I have some fresh chives here. Another thing that's really nice is fresh sage. I'm gonna add some butter, and we're gonna bring this to a nice simmer. So we're gonna let this cook and simmer away, infusing all these flavors together for about 25 minutes, and then we're gonna come back and blend it. Okay, so this is what our soup is looking like now that it's sat for a while and cooked some more. I'm going to be using an immersion blender to whip this up. If you're going to use a regular blender, I would just suggest doing it in smaller portions at a time. So let's get started by giving this a mix. So this is going to take a few minutes. I'm doing it on low, so we'll see what it looks like when I'm done. So this is our finished product, our homemade butternut squash soup. It smells and looks delicious. I just garnished it with some fresh chives. So there it is.